Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream, and the Premier League is back in full swing, and absolutely nothing has changed. Manchester City are still clear of Arsenal and Liverpool. 2-0 win yesterday. We've got the points. We're on the roll now. We've got the points on the board, and we move on to next week. But we're going to discuss Manchester City's performance yesterday. We're going to discuss Arsenal, their transfer activity or kind of lack of. They only signed one player at the moment, and Liverpool as well. Do they even have anybody who works at the football club that can even make signings? Does anyone have the authority to make signings at Liverpool Football Club? I don't know. We're going to be discussing them as well. Before we do, though, guys, make sure you guys are smashing that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you are new. Loads of streams today. You know what? I just realised I'm doing 6 streams today. I'm doing this one. Then I'm on Saeed. Yeah. Then I've got the, what else have I got? I've got Dan Potts' Race to Europe. Then I've got, so I need to do something on the second channel. And then I need to do the watch along and then Twitch later on as well, man. So we are cooking on gas today. Big up to Rehan, big up to Liam, big up to Fraser, Marshy Boy, Matt, Ryan, Jordan, who's seemed to try to rattle everyone in the chat. Big up to, who else we got in here? Mahmood, big up to Rodrigo, City Fond, Connor. Owain, good to see you, man. Big up to Neil, Jens, Jack, AU City, Elder, Mad Exploit, Sharpshooter, Fraser, Connor Jackson, Steve Black's in the building. Big up to Charlie, big up to Lauren, Shadow Viper again, Reeveston, True Blue Tie, Stefan de Brad Bender, Leoxican, Stan, Ross, big up to Connor Jackson, and many, many more. Hopefully you guys are all doing well, guys. Make sure you are smashing that like button. Right, okay, let's get straight into it then. Let's just have a quick review on City before we move on to Arsenal and Liverpool. I thought, basically, Manchester City was scary yesterday. And I'll tell you the reason why I thought we were scary, right? Because we had no Rodri. Yeah, no Rodri was playing. We had Savio making his Premier League debut. Yeah, and they obviously played on the different sides. We had no Phil Foden. That was Kevin De Bruyne's first real minute since he's come back to pre-season. I know he got some minutes, obviously, at the Community Shield, but this was his first proper 90 minutes since he's come back. And I was shocked at the standard in a good way, in a positive way. I did not expect us to be that good. Now, did that mean that we were mint? We were amazing? No. We were still sloppy at times. We gave the ball away cheaply, unnecessarily. Passing accuracy was slightly down on where it normally is when it's usually in the 90%, etc., etc. But for the first game of the season in the Premier League, with a Premier League debut for Savio, yeah? Because remember as well, neither of those two wingers really should have been playing yesterday, because it probably would have been Grealish and Bob had they both not got injured. Grealish hadn't got injured and Bob didn't snap his leg. Them two would have been both playing on the wing. So we had two wingers who probably wouldn't have been starting the game. We had Kevin De Bruyne who's hardly had any minutes in pre-season, no Phil Foden, no Rodri, and to put that level of performance in at away ground as well, under a new manager bounce, all that kind of stuff, with the fresh young players who can be energetic against Chelsea. I thought the level of performance was actually very, very impressive. And you know what as well? We didn't even play Kevin De Bruyne in the middle. He was stuck out on the left wing, so it was a bit of a tactical sort of adaptation from Pep Guardiola. And I just think that, you know, the title is City's to lose again, in my opinion. Yes, we've not signed a DM, and I don't think we're going to be signing another player. I've said it for 3-4 weeks. I did think once Bob got injured that maybe we'd go back into the market. That lasted about 24 hours, and then I've gone back to thinking that we're not going to sign anyone. Is that a mistake? Probably, yeah. Does it stop us winning the league? Probably not. You know what I mean? And the evidence is there. The evidence is clear that these transfers that we think that we need, and probably do need, and I don't want to sound like I don't want a DM, I absolutely do. You know, we didn't sign a striker. We won with a false 9. Yeah? We didn't sign a centre-back. We won with no centre-back. We didn't sign a pacey winger when Raheem Sterling left. We still won the league. There have been multiple occasions over the last years where everyone's screaming, saying, we need this, we need this, we need this. And we do need that, 100%. We did need it, but we still go on to win the Premier League. I personally still think we need a DM. I thought Kovacic done a very good job yesterday. I thought he was man of the match for me. I know a lot of people shouting Rico, but Kova for me was man of the match. I still think personally we need someone in there. who's a little bit quicker to, because people keep on saying, LB, Kovacic isn't slow. No, you're missing the point. Kovacic isn't slow in terms of his acceleration or whatever, but in terms of like covering the ground, I just don't think he's fully able to do that. And I think the evidence is there in the first half. They went through us quite a lot in that first half because maybe he couldn't get over to cover. In the second half, when Bernardo Silva started dropping a little bit deeper because we were winning and we wanted to protect that lead a little bit more, then that stopped happening. But listen, I've got to say, a very, very positive start, 2-0, clean sheet. And I think obviously we go into the next game now, next weekend against Ipswich Town. We're at home. We should be winning that game. I did think actually Ipswich weren't that bad actually against Liverpool. I thought they played some decent football. I think Liam Delap could cause a few issues if he's up for it and he's got his match sharp. But listen, we're at home. You know, we're playing it against a newly promoted team. It's not disrespectful to say that really should be 3 points in the bank. And then straight away, you've won your first 2 games. And then I really think people underestimate how important it is to get off to a good start. Like I said yesterday before the game, if City was to have lost that game yesterday or drew the game, it wouldn't have been the time to sit there and be like, oh, we're in the fucking mud. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, there's still 37 more football matches. Like you don't lose, you're not lost the league because you didn't win your first game of the season. But if you can put together in the a 5-6 match winning streak right at the start of the season, that the likelihood is that your title rivals are not going to do that, right? Because everyone's like not fully fit, and it's probably the best time to play these teams at the start of the season. Then you can get a little bit of an advantage straight away. You can get like 2, 3, 4 points ahead potentially, after 5-6 games. And that is massively underrated because you've got that insurance policy in the bank. You can drop a game and still be ahead or be level with the other team. So for me, I want to put the foot down early. I want to try and get ahead. We've got Ipswich Town, then we've got West Ham away. It's not going to be an easy game, that West Ham away. Now we've actually got a pretty decent record against West Ham. We usually get the result, but they've made some decent signings. This manager is going to have them set up really well. But if we can win that, we then got Brentford at home. That should be a win because it's a home match again. And then it's the Arsenal game. And I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, right? But if we win our next 3 matches, which I expect us to do, but, West Ham especially could be tricky. And then you've got Arsenal at home. I want us to go for it. I don't want to see no Arteta performance at the Etihad from Pep, which I don't think he's going to do. Pep's never really done that. I want us to full send it. I want us to try and go for Arsenal on that game. That's our 5th Premier League game of the season. And I want us to go for it. I want us to try and put a marker down and really, again, try and get away from Arsenal early doors. Even if we're level on points by the time we're going into that game, if we can win, and go 3 points clear, that would be great. You know what I'm saying? Especially because we've got Newcastle away after that, and that's a tricky place to go. So it'd be nice to have that again, that insurance policy in the bank. But I just think for me, it's important that we get off to a decent start. Good performance yesterday. Let's not get carried away too much, but it was a good performance. Let's see what we can do against Ipswich Town. Will Rodri be back for that game? Hopefully, Foden should be fresh. Hopefully, Savio's available. Pep seemed to suggest that he thinks Savio will be okay for next weekend. You know what I mean? And let's just kick on. Let's try and get off to a good start. Don't want to repeat what Kyle Walker said last year because he said it and then it seemingly a week later we was in the mud. But let's try and put our foot down early doors. Let's try and get a decent winning streak going and really sort of build up a little bit of a gap by the time you get into October, November. That's the ideal situation. Listen, Arsenal are a good team as well. They could win a lot of their games and that might not happen. And so will Liverpool. But for me, I just think, having watched all 3 teams this weekend, obviously it's match day 1. I'm literally only reviewing this off match day 1, but I still think City are the best team. I thought Arsenal looked a little bit flat to me. I did. I thought they looked a little bit flat. It was a great header by Havertz, another goal for him, and his Premier League form over the last 16, 17 Premier League games, if you take into the end of last season, is frightening, to be honest with you. Like, it's insane. And it's funny, actually, because before the Arsenal game, I did the Premier League preview and I said, Arsenal need second half of the season Havertz from last year, because I think he got like 14 G&A in like 16 Premier League games in the second half. In the first half, he got like 4, which is shocking. He looks like he's going to continue. Saka, and listen, I still think that they've got a problem with Saka. And the problem is, they've got no one else really to play on that right-hand side at the moment and take the pressure off him. If he gets injured, if he gets fatigued, they could be muddied, man. You know what I mean? He chips in with the goals, he chips in with assists. He's a vital player, you know, a very, very influential player for Arsenal. I can't believe still, I've been saying it for 4 years, 3 years, something like that they need someone to take the pressure off. If it was me, if I was Arteta, I'd give Gabriel Jesus a go there on the right-hand side just to take the pressure off Saka and see how we can get on. But I thought they looked a little flat. They got the job done, though, so they got the 3 points. And, you know, that's job done, and they'll look to improve. Liverpool was interesting. Obviously, Arne Slot's first game. I thought they looked all right. I thought they just looked sort of level to where they were last year. I thought they looked okay at times. I did think that there were moments where Ipswich Town caused them problems and got in behind. But that happened last year. You know, I remember watching Liverpool many times last season where the opposition got in behind. I remember the Burnley game at Anfield where they won 3-1. But, you know, Burnley had chance after chance after chance. That Fofana up top missed every single one. So Liverpool, for me, I still don't see Liverpool winning this league. I still don't see Liverpool winning this league. I think they need recruits, obviously. They still need a DM. Gravenberch done okay, but they were playing against a newly promoted team, and Ipswich still got through a couple of times. If I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be screaming at the board and the owners to pull the finger out, get the checkbook out and get some signings in. They look okay. I think they'll be okay for top 4. I've still got Liverpool in my top 4. I don't see them dropping out of the top 4 personally. I think some people are overdoing it a little bit, saying, oh, Liverpool are not going to get top 4. They're going to fall off. I don't see them falling off. I think they're going to be okay. I think they're going to get top 4. Plus, you know, if City or Arsenal are guaranteed top 4, let's be honest. What other 2 teams are miles better than Liverpool that Liverpool are not going to get in the top 4 anyway? So I don't see that happening. I think Liverpool will be top 4. And I think they played okay. I thought they played all right. Jota, obviously, is class. That ball from Trent Alexander-Arnold, by the way, to Trent was a fucking insane ball. Like, fair play. That was a mega pass, and Salah was cooking. I was going to have him in my FPL, but then everyone convinced me to take him out, and he got like 28 points. So thanks to everyone on the FPL show on Friday for that. But yeah, on Liverpool, decent. Don't think they've got enough to win the league, but they should be okay for top 4. When it comes back to Arsenal, what do they need? How can Arsenal improve so they can finally win this Premier League after over 20 years of winning it? I think they need another attacker. Obviously, this Marino deal, I think, is that going through? I think that looks like it's going to go through at some point. I think, obviously, that might help him, but can't really say I've seen a lot of him. The defence should be okay. You know, they've got Calafiori, Timber, because Timber's like a new signing because he hardly played last year, didn't he, because of his injury. I think they're going okay on the defence. I think they've got just enough on the defence. I don't know, man. I just feel that they need another creative spark in that midfield. Because let's be honest, yeah, Declan Rice isn't a creator, really. Thomas Partey isn't really a creator. So they've got a lot of pressure on Martin Odegaard and Saka, really, to create the goals. I would imagine that if you looked at the total assist numbers from Arsenal, most of them would probably come from Saka and Odegaard. I would imagine. Because no one else really creates in that. And I feel that like when Saka or Odegaard has a bad game, they do look flat. And this is what I'm saying. I think they could do with getting another attacking player in. It's a shame, really, for their point of view, that Smith Rowe just kind of fell off because he was very promising a couple of years ago and he could have been the solution, but obviously got injuries. Arteta didn't trust him. If I was Arsenal, I'd be looking at another creative player. I'm not sure how creative this Moreno fella is. Can he get in with the assists and that? Not sure. I still think they're light. And I say this all the time. I always feel, when it comes to Arsenal, that they just don't do quite enough. I always feel like they strengthen their team in the transfer window, but they don't go strong enough. And I still think they're lacking one player. I really do. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. LB, I think you just lean towards the negatives with Arsenal. Not at all, bro. I think you're going to finish second. I think you're the second best team in England. I think you're probably top six best teams in Europe. But I don't think you've got enough to get over the line. You know what I mean? And listen, we can talk about how good Arsenal are, no problem. But I don't think that's good enough. So what's the point? My point is when I speak about Arsenal, I like to talk about what I think they need to do to get over the line. And what I think you need to do to get over the line is get better players. You know what I mean? 1 or 2 better players. I still think you're short. I still think Arsenal are short when it comes to be able to win this Premier League or the Champions League. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. Milton Mole says it's City's to lose. The media are only painting Arsenal's favourites to make it more interesting. Yeah, I don't think. I don't know. I don't see that. See what you guys are saying. Think they need a striker, LB? Well, here's the thing, Denton. They need a striker if Havertz puts in the first half of the season last year performance. Again, if I bring up his stats here, right, it's kind of mad. You know, maybe Arsenal fans can shed some light on what actually happened here. But the first half of the season last year in the Premier League, yeah, it wasn't there. The numbers weren't there. Look at this. Oh, God, what's that? Let me, oh, I'm on. There we go. Right, look at this, yeah? So first half of the season last year, let's go to about, what, January? Where's January? There's January. He got 1, 2, 3, 4 goals, yeah? 1 assist. Now, granted, in a lot of those games, he did play an attacking midfielder, not as the striker, yeah? So that is a different position, to be fair. Look at the second half of the season, though. I don't know what's going on with this website yet, but it's so effed. Look at that. Look at that, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, he got so many goals in that second half of the season. If they can get that second half Havertz all season, they probably don't need a striker. They did, you know, do they need a backup striker? You could say they need a backup striker if you want to say they need a backup striker, but they don't need, I don't think they need an Osimhen if they get that Havertz. Because it's obvious you don't need an Osimhen or a Tony to lead the line if you've got that Havertz. Here we go. He got second half of the season. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 goal assist involvements in the second half of the season in the Premier League. If he can do that both seasons, you know, that he was a slightly, I mean, you're looking at probably a 30 GNA player. I mean, that's insane. But are you going to get that over the full course of the season? And it's not only that. You know, it's all good. I'm looking at some of these, you know what I mean? He got a goal and an assist when they played Sheffield United and beat them 6-0. He got a goal and assist against Newcastle when they beat them 4-1. He got a goal in the 5-0. Yeah, he got a goal and assist in a 3-0 win. He got 2 goals in a 5-0 win against Chelsea. That's all well and good. Can he be the difference against the Liverpools, where a 1-0 win? Because they're the big moments. Can he score the 1-0 win against Manchester City to take the 3 points? Basically, can he not stat pad all the time and get big goals? And I'm not saying all those goals were stat padding, by the way. I'm just saying that, obviously, 1 goal as the 5th goal against Sheffield United is not as important as a 1-0 against Manchester City. Can he add those big game goals to his game? If he can, then fair play. I've got to say as well, you know what I mean? Like, fair play to Arteta on this, yeah, because I thought this transfer absolutely stunk. Absolutely stunk when I couldn't believe the numbers. 65 million quid when I read it. But you can't lie. The proof's in the pudding. The numbers are there. But can he do it over a course of a full season? Can he lead Arsenal to a title? Let's see, man. Let's see. There's obvious talent there. You know what I mean? You don't play for Bayer Leverkusen, Chelsea, Arsenal if you're absolutely crap. The question is, can he be consistent over the full season? Big up to Mo says we always leave ourselves that little bit short. Says Mark, I guess you're an Arsenal fan. Are you an Arsenal fan? Yeah, I agree. I think so, bro. I genuinely do. I think you need one extra player. For me, let's have a look at some of these super chats, man. Charlie says we will pay you 10 million to take Souček off us. Shit, man. There was a time when Souček was cooking, but obviously, clearly not cooking now, bro. Big up for the dono. Donna says, Mr. LB, can we just be good friends at least? Sorry, I forgot to say wagwan to you. Mr. LB, we can just be friends, and you decide after. Yeah, we'll be friends, Sonny. Yeah, we will be friends. Yeah, we are friends. We are friends. Let's have a look at some more of your guys' comments here. See what you guys are saying. LB, sack Arteta and Edu at this point, just for me, says Lil Tims. Well, listen, for me, I've been clear on this. If Arteta doesn't win anything this year, I think you need to move him on, because that team should be winning something. It should be winning something, whether it's the FA Cup. I don't know. I don't care. He's got to win something. He spent a lot of money, yeah, and he's got to win something, man. Like this is it now for Arsenal. You built the team, you built the squad. I still think you're 1 player short, but clearly Arteta and co don't think that. Otherwise, they would have made the signing. He's got to win something, man. Arsenal are a huge football club. Do you know what I mean? You've won what? Nothing in like 4 years. You've not won a Prem in 20 years. You've never won a Champions League in your whole club existence. This is the time now for Arsenal to go out there and win. This is what you moved to the Emirates for. That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Hey up, what? City extra tweet? Nah. No. No, don't do this to me, man. Don't be fucking... Nah, chat, stop, bro. What? One sec, let me get this up, bro. Nah, don't do this. Don't do this. I swear to fucking God, yeah. If you're lying, I'm ending the stream. I promise. I swear to God, if this is fake news, I'm ending the stream right now. Yeah, I've opened the end stream tab. I've opened the end stream tab. If this is fake news, I'm ending the stream. On God, I'm doing this. City extra. Oh, Popato! Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Hey, holy. Name change on the title. Breaking. Oh, my days. Breaking news. Holy. Oh, my days. Oh, what's going on, bro? Oh, damn. Guys, this is huge. Breaking news. Former Manchester City captain Ilkay Gundoğan has now agreed to leave Barcelona, and the club are now waiting for offers. Guys, this is huge. This is huge news. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. We need a siren effect, guys. We need a siren effect. Let me get this on. 100%. We need this. Oh! Oh! Hey, run! Run the tune! 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 We're back again! Run the tune, man! Run the tune! Run it! Run the tune! Run it! We're running a tune! We're running it! Come on, man! We're having this! Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yes! Ilkay Gündoğan back! Gündoğan back! Ho, ho, ho. Oh, we gotta do this! We gotta do this! We gotta bring Ilkay home! We gotta bring him home, guys! Oh my days, I can't believe this! Oh my God, I can't actually believe this. Yo, when we did that stream the other night, I was like, this is just vibes. This is never ever gonna happen. Oh my days. Oh my days. Oh my days. Gundogan! Oh, please bring this guy home. Please bring this guy home. Oh my God. Guys, we got to do this, man. We actually got to do that. I know what people are going to be saying. People are going to be like, no, we can't bring him back, LB. We can't. You know what I mean? Pulpy last night. Never go back to your ex. Never go back to your ex. Well, what about if you realise you made a mistake? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Apparently, there's a private jet. There's a private jet, man. A private jet has been landed. What? Man City had a plane land in Barcelona. No. No, wait, what? Is this serious? Oh my God. Let me have a look. Oh, please, Man City. Don't fumble this. Don't fumble this. Don't fumble this. This is This is an emergency. We're changing. We're changing the stream. This is an emergency stream. This isn't official. Emergency stream. Emergency. Ilkay Gundogan to leave Barcelona. Oh my God, guys, we need to do this. Nah, actually being serious, man. If he's available, bring him home. João Cancelo plus cash. I'm being serious, man. João Cancelo. Yeah, if you say to Cancelo, you can go Barca. We'll take Gundo. And yes, we're gonna get screwed cash-wise. But this is an opportunity, man. Martin said a City jet landed in Barca last night. It's true. It's true. I got told it yesterday. And I was like, I just didn't believe it, man. And I got the message. I got the message yesterday. At exactly 21:18 yesterday. 21:18 p.m. Private jet scheduled for Barcelona next week. One to keep an eye on. But I was just like, what? No way. I was just like, no way is this going to happen. Even when I was doing the stream the other day, you know, obviously I come home and done a stream, the Gündoğan stream the other day. I was like, I was hyped on that, but like, I didn't actually think this was true. I thought like, this is not true, innit? This is just like, I'm going to vibe to it and that. We'll have a bit of a laugh with the chat and that. Like, but like, I never thought this would actually happen. You know what I mean? And now we've actually got the opportunity of doing it. And remember as well, what Sam Lee said. Sam Lee said, yeah, in fact, let me play the clip again. This is from March. Where's this clip? Sam Lee. This is Sam Lee in March. Listen to what he says in March.
New contract. Now I've got more information on it. And yeah, like I say, he offered him a new contract for more money. But he rejected it. And the thing is, so basically, and you can imagine this, if you think about how Gundogan's contract was handled, you know, Guardiola's saying, well, this guy's immeasurably valuable for me. So give him a new contract. But you got the money side, and that includes Cheeky. You know, Cheeky's a tough negotiator, and they'll be like, well, age and, you know, age versus cost and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, in the end, they didn't get round to it sufficiently quickly for Gundogan to stay. And then, you know, that kind of, so it's interesting because this isn't going to happen. And I suppose the best way to put it is Gundogan regrets going, because I just think like the level of kind of care you get at Barca compared to City isn't the same. But I was told he wants to come back. But again, I think the better way of putting it is he regrets going, because I don't think there's any world in which he could come back or would actually come back. Or City, you know, if City were thinking, a year ago, we can't give this guy a 2-year contract.
They're not going to give him a 1-year contract this summer, I think. Yeah.
Why would you give him a 1-year contract in the one that they weren't sure about? Because surely this season now is the one that he probably would have been most likely to be good in. But I just thought I'd pass it on.
See? He said that in March. Sam Lee said that in March, that Gündoğan regrets leaving Manchester City. And here's the thing, right? People keep on saying, oh, but LB, we're not going to bring Gündoğan home because he's 33, he's going to be 34. You know what I mean? Well, what about if we just offer him right? You're missing the point. You're not understanding. Let me try and explain in a non-patronizing way, yeah? What about if Gündoğan just doesn't like it in Barcelona? You know, you ever heard of the phrase, grass ain't always greener, yeah? What about if he left City and gone, I'm going to Barcelona, and he's got there, and he's living there, and he's like, I don't like it. What about if he doesn't like living there? What about if he doesn't like playing in Barcelona? What about if his wife don't like it? What about if they don't think that's the best place to bring up a child? And then he's like, you know what? I want to go back to City. What about if City say to him, right, well, you're going to be 34 in October. We'll give you, I'll tell you what to do, yeah? I've got the perfect solution. Right, we'll give you a 2-year contract, but we don't know what you're going to be like next year, like this season. Because you could, you're going to be 34. Now, I'd seen him in pre-season because I was in Spain and I watched the pre-season game. And I've got to say, the guy slammed it, mate. Yeah? The guy still got those techie moments. He's still a baller, is what I'm saying. But what about if you just sit down with Ilkay and say, listen, we'll offer you a 2-year contract. And then when we get to the summer next year, we'll make a decision whether we're going to keep you again. If you do well this year, we'll keep you for the second year, no problem. If not, you can then go to New York and live in New York for some, and then he's got the decision. Maybe he's not going to accept that. And listen, if he says, nah, I don't want to go to New York, say, right, we'll give you a 2-year contract then. But in the second year, you might not play. As long as you're chill with that, then that's fine. Like, there's no need to be scared. He's not going to come in on mega wages, is it? Do you know what I mean? Like, bring him in on a decent wage, respect him and that. But you don't need to offer him 300 grand a week. At the end of the day, he's the one that wants to come back as well. I mean, he's the one that's going, please, City, come and rescue me or whatever. Like, according to the latest news. Honestly, man, I think you got to do this. I think you got to do this. I think you got to do it. You got to do it, man. At the end of the day, we have something that Barcelona want. João Cancelo. We don't want him, yeah? And nobody else wants him, according to Pep Guardiola. We can't sell him to Barcelona because Barcelona are never going to pay any money for him. Why? Because they know they don't need to. They know they don't need to pay any money for him because nobody else wants him and City don't want him. We're not in a very good negotiating stance. Let's just cut our losses, yeah? Send them here. Send Cancelo to Barca. We'll take Gündoğan. And it's chilling. And it's absolutely chill. You know what I mean? I think that's the way to go for me. I think we've got to go for this. We've got to bring him in because we're not signing anyone else. And I say this again, just to be very clear. Should we be signing Ilkay Gündoğan in an ideal world? No. He's a 33-year-old. We shouldn't be signing a 33-year-old. We should be signing a Bruno G or someone like who's in the 20s. Yeah, they don't have to be 21. They could be 28, 29, whatever. We shouldn't, in an ideal world, be signing a 33-year-old. Yeah, who we let go on a free transfer over a year ago. We shouldn't be doing that as a football club. This isn't the ideal way to run the club. However, yeah, and this is what I said last night. There's two options. Well, there's three options, right? We've got a broken arm. The option is get the surgery now. Yeah, i.e. Bruno G, someone like that. But doesn't look like City are going to do that. City don't want the surgery. We don't want to pay for that surgery, mate. We want to wait. We want to wait for a free surgery to come up. But that's going to be in a year's time, maybe 2 years' time. Right? So then we've got two options. We don't have any surgery. Yeah. But we get a temporary fix. They put our arm in a cast and say, right, we'll put your arm in a cast for a bit. That's Ilkay Gündoğan. Put your arm in a cast. It's not a long-term solution. It's not a long-term fix. But at least you've got a little bit of a fix just to keep you going until you eventually get the surgery. Or the alternative is you just don't do anything. You don't get the surgery. You don't get the temporary fix. And you just let your arm fucking go along, you know what I mean, with a broken arm and hope that it's chill. And it might be chill. It might be chill. Maybe you've still got enough muscle and nerves in your arm with Kovacic and Bernardo and Nico O'Reilly to be fine and get through life and still be a success. But maybe you go one day to open the fridge and your arm just falls off, bro, and you're like, damn, I got no arm and I got no way of opening the fridge. Like for me, I say this again, I would prefer us to go for the surgery option and get the proper thing done, i.e. the Bruno or the João Neves who's now gone to Paris or someone like that. But if you can't do that or you're unwilling to do that, the next best thing is to get your arm put in a sling, mate. You know what I mean? And get a temporary fix until you get the surgery. That's where I'm at with it, man. Let's see what you guys are saying. Anthony says, I would like to see we need to buy more players right now. I think that means, Anthony. Well, we might be getting Ilkay Gündoğan, bro. Yeah, I mean, if we get Ilkay Gündoğan and Savio, for me, that's enough. I think if Walker leaves, we still need another defender. But we get Ilkay Gündoğan and Savio, I think we're okay for me. Mr. LB, friends go for lunch together. Will you go? No. Friends also party on a Friday night. Will you do it? No. Mr. LB, I will sign Mr. Gündoğan for Spurs. Wait. No. Lauren says, I hinted to you on WhatsApp. ITK Martin stated it. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm starting to believe that Mr. Martin, the Mancunian way, might start to have legit sources. Sometimes he speaks and I'm like, bro, what is this guy talking about, man? Is he chatting shit here? But then I think he's got that legit one. I think he might need to be promoted. What tier is Martin, guys? What tier is Martin? I think Martin now is like tier 2. I think Martin's tier 2. I think if this Gündoğan deal lands at City, I think I might promote Martin to tier 1. I think he might be tier 1 if this deal goes through. I genuinely... Martin is 98% reliable. Yeah. He definitely got that Bruno G one wrong, man. He definitely did. But this one, he looks like he might be on the money. Big up to Massam says, Manchester City is still alive here. Bring him home. Hashtag Gündoğan back, man. Massam, hashtag Gündoğan back. We're gonna get it popping. Oh, imagine if we did this. I think we found the Gündoğan replacement. You know, it's hilarious, isn't it, really, when you think about it, right? We spent over a year because Gündoğan, we kind of knew Gündoğan was leaving in what, like, let's be honest, like May. Yeah, May last year. So 12 months May, May, January, February, April, May, June, July, August. So it's been 13, 14, 15 months, basically, since we knew Gündoğan was leaving. And therefore, 15 months since we've been looking for a DM or a Gündoğan replacement. And the Gündoğan replacement that we've found, potentially, not confirmed yet, is Ilkay Gündoğan. It's just funny, man. It's just funny the way this club moves at times. It does make me laugh. Bring our legend home. Should never have left. Facts, bro. Grass ain't always greener. Let this be a message to each and every one of you, man. Yeah? The grass ain't always greener on the other side. The grass ain't always greener. Sometimes you have to appreciate what you had. The thing is with Gündoğan, yeah, is that he never wanted to leave in the first place. City just ballsed around with the contract. So there's no surprise to me that he's potentially looking at coming back because he never wanted to leave really in the first place. He just wanted the contract. He wanted the stability. He wanted that 2-3 year deal. City weren't giving him a contract. City weren't giving him the length that he wanted. He's having a kid and he's thinking, I need stability. I get why he left because he needed stability, man. Like, if you have a kid, yeah, like, you don't want to have like a 6-month contract that, like, you know, somewhere else. You don't want to relocate and have you want to have a 2-3 year contract so you know you're secure. You bring your kid up in a place, you're not moving your kid around every 6 months, blah, blah, blah. City weren't offering that. Dumbly, yeah, really stupid. That's probably one of the worst decisions this club has made from a transfer contract stance, yeah. And obviously he's then decided to go Barca, but maybe he's thinking, you know what, City did give me the contract that I wanted in the end. Maybe I should have accepted it and just turned my back on Barca. But maybe he's a man of principle. He's a man of pride. You know what I mean? He's a man of loyalty. And he said yes to Barcelona because they said they give what he wanted. Maybe once City come crawling back and say, no, we'll give you what we'll give you. He gone, sorry, I've given my word to Barcelona and I'm a man of my word. I'm going Barca. But then he's gone Barca and he's gone, they say what it's cracked up to be. And I think he needed to realise, and he should have realised this at the time, and maybe he's realised now, is that, like, Barca are just a bit trash, man. Like, Barca, you know, do you want to... Barca winning the Champions League this year, man. They're not winning the Champions League this year. They're probably not going to win La Liga. They might win the Liga. It depends. Real Madrid apparently last night were a bit dodgy, to be honest with you. But maybe he just wants to come back to City, man, and stay here. This is his home, man. He should never have left in the first place, but it's not his fault. Martin said a jet landed in Barcelona last night. Yeah, I got told that last night, bro. I got told yesterday at 9:18 p.m. 9:18 p.m. I got a message saying private jet, Manchester City, Barcelona. Listen, that might be Cancelo. It could be whatever. It could be City trying to negotiate a deal for Cancelo. Like, it might not be back Gündoğan. So, you know, it might not be Gündoğan. It might just be something to do with the Cancelo deal. But it's a little bit coincidental that we're getting told that a private jet has been arranged for Barcelona and Manchester City. And then we get the news. And by the way, yeah, something's defo gone on with Ilkay Gündoğan. Because obviously we got that news the other night. What was it, Thursday night or Friday night? We got the news the other night, yeah. I think about it on Friday, that Ilkay Gündoğan wanted to leave Barcelona, right? Then, after the Barcelona match, Hansi Flick was asked about the Gündoğan situation, and he said two things, which both indicate something could happen. One, he said that he has spoken to Ilkay Gündoğan about the situation, but that the conversation will remain confidential. So something has happened. Gündoğan has had a conversation, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have said that. And he also said, but he expects Ilkay Gündoğan to stay. Expects him to stay. If you think he stay, if you had a conversation with Ilkay Gündoğan, and Ilkay said, oh, I think about leaving, I'm not happy with this, I'm not happy with that. And then as a manager, you convince him to stay, then Hansi Flick would have said in the press conference, in the interview, yeah, I had a conversation with Ilkay, he had some concerns, we discussed them, we've agreed to the situation, we're going to rectify it, but whatever, he's agreed to stay, he'll be staying at the football club this year. But he didn't. He said he expects him to stay and that the conversation will remain confidential. That's not particularly like convincing if you're a Barcelona fan or you know, from a Gündoğan staying point of view. And now, obviously, today, now we get the news, yeah, that he's agreed to leave Barcelona. The club are waiting for offers and that he's open to the idea of coming back. We have someone that they want, João Cancelo. They have someone that we want, Ilkay Gündoğan. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. Get rid of Cancelo. This guy's never playing for City again. Yeah, and the only club that wants him is Barca, and they're not going to pay anything for him. They're not. Why would you? Why would Barcelona pay any money for João Cancelo? What's the point? Might as well just keep on loaning him. So all we're going to be doing is loaning Cancelo every year. Every summer, we'll be in the same situation. Because I still think he's got a contract until 2027, Cancelo. So for the next 2 years, we're going to have the same situation where he'll come back for pre-season. Yeah, he'll have to have that awkward hi to Pep. Hi, Pep. And Pep's like, hi, you all right? I mean, yeah, the awkwardness. Then you have the awkwardness of the journalists asking Pep Guardiola the same question. Oh, is there any chance of João Cancelo coming back at Manchester City? And Pep is not just going to say, no, I hate the guy, I want him gone, is he? You know what I mean? He's going to say, yeah, of course there is, But then he's also going to say, but yeah, it's up to his agent to find a club, whether it's loan or sale, basically telling him that he's not in the plans. He's not even in the squad for the Community Shield. He's not in the squad for the game against Chelsea. So clearly he's not in Pep Guardiola's plans, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Get rid of him. Yeah, we're going to take a huge L. We are going to take a huge L. But we're taking this huge L because we should never have let Ilkay Gündoğan in the first place. And this is, I said it on the stream the other day, this is self-punishment. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, that needs to happen. You know, sometimes you need to realize in life that you made a mistake. And sometimes it costs you. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I don't know a particular example, but that can happen in life. Sometimes you make a mistake and then you got to rectify it and it costs you money. You know what I mean? I remember this year, when I was a kid, right? I used to buy those like little cheap Xbox mics, yeah, for like £7. And it had like one earphone. It was to talk to the party chat on Xbox 360, right? And it was £7, yeah. I used to buy them. I used to buy one and it'd last a month and it'd break. I'd buy another one. And after 6 months, about 5 or 6 of them are broke. And I sat there thinking, you know what, man? Like, what am I doing here? I'm spending £7 every month to buy these cheap Xbox headsets from like getting them in from China and they're just breaking after a month. What I need to do here, I need to buy premium products. And I went and bought the Turtle Beach for like £50, bro. It lasted like 5 years. Never had an issue, never broke again. But I had to, you know what I mean? I punished myself by spending that money every month on a new headset because it kept on breaking. I should have just gone out and just done what I needed to do. And that's what we should have done initially. We should have just got him signed up, bro. What if Arsenal go for him? Doubt they go for him. And I doubt he'd go there, to be honest with you. I don't think he's that type of guy. Brand Holt says, Paul Scholes went back to play for United as cover on a one season rolling contract. Gundogan could do the same for us. Yeah, facts, bro. Absolute facts, 100%. I mean, there's no... And then, listen, I'm not saying Gundogan's going to come back and be exactly the same as he was. Does he even get straight in the team? Maybe, maybe not. Like, we have changed slightly. We've got different players. We play probably different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying for 1 second that I expect Gündoğan to come back in and just like straight away be straight back in the first team and just like carry on where we left off. I'm not delusional, despite what people might think. You know, I'm aware that there'll be like a grace period of getting back into the team. Maybe he'll play a slightly different role. He probably is not going to play as many minutes as he did. But to have him in the squad, have that leader back, have him the availability to play that DM and whatever. Like, for me, it's just honestly, just a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. And would I prefer to get a longer-term solution like a Bruno or whoever else? Yeah, of course. But we're not doing that. We're not going to get someone like that. So the option is, do you want to get Gündoğan? No one. For me, get Gundo back, man. Osmodius says, Cancelo on Ferrari Torres money. Easy, says Osmodius. Ferrari Torres. Where is this Ferrari Torres come from? I never heard it before until like last stream, man. Imagine the announcement video if he signs back. Oh, man. Listen, the city social media staff now, listen, this is where you need to earn your money, man. It is. It's where you need to earn your money. You're sat there now in the offices or maybe you're WFHing from home. Yeah? Working from home, we all know what working from home really means. It's sitting on your bed, innit? Just watching YouTube videos. But this is where you need to earn your money now, seriously. Because if we get him back, man, I want the biggest announcement video of all time. I need this to break the internet. I do. 100%. Gunther Miro says better to give chance to James McAtee and Nico. Well, James McAtee plays slightly different position anyway, bro. He's further forward as a creative player. And Nico O'Reilly, you need to remember as well, Nico O'Reilly didn't play a lot last year. He didn't play a lot last year at all. He had an injury, man. So, you know, and again, he's only 19, bro. He's only 19, Nico O'Reilly, and I'm pretty sure he missed pretty much all of last season. I don't think he played many minutes at all. Let me find out how many minutes this guy played. Bro, he played 600 minutes last year, all comps in the youth. Like, so there's plenty of time. There's no need to rush. There's no need to rush. Listen, if we sign Gündoğan and one of those two goes, you know what, I want to leave, I want to go play. Fine, go play. You know what I mean? Players have done this to us in the past and we've been fine. There's no rush. No rush whatsoever. No rush. James McAtee, if Pep trusts you and he gives you the opportunity, stay. Same with Nico. You know, we got loads of games this year. But if you want to leave, you leave. Palmer left. You know, it was gutting that Palmer left, in my opinion, because I think he's mint, but we still won the league. Do you know what I mean? Other players have left. Sancho's left. We've been absolutely fine. Like, for me, it's like one of those, like, I don't want these players to leave. I want them to stay and fight for their opportunities, like a Rico and like a Oscar Bob and Phil Foden. But the player wants to leave. The player wants to leave, bro. Like, what can you do? Why are people always worried about age? Experience matters too. Bring Gundogan home, says Idranil, with the 11 months, man. So close to the 1 year. Thank you very much for the support over the 11 months, man. Do you still have hope on Núñez or given up? Bro, I'm literally, my opinion on Núñez has been the same for so long. I think he's a really good football player. I just don't think he suits Pep's system. And I don't think Pep will really ever trust him in this system. And then people take that as, you hate Núñez. Don't hate him at all. I think he's actually a really exciting player to watch. I think he's a super exciting player to watch. Brings something to the team that no one else really does in that drive. But I just don't think he'll ever truly be trusted in this team. I really don't. So, yeah, we'll see, innit? We'll see. Listen, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, man. I'm probably going to be live later on to do some more reaction on this, especially if further news breaks. But I am going to go over now to Saeed's channel, Saeed TV, for the midday live. We're going to cook Don, Chelsea fan. We're going to cook everyone, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, make sure you come over. Where is this? I'm going to redirect you. Where is Saeed's channel? Here it is. There you go, man. Listen, guys, big up to everyone, man. I'll tell you what, if this Gündoğan deal happens, man, I'm going to get a new Gündoğan shirt. I'm going to get a new Gündoğan shirt, 100%. It's going to be insane. Big up, guys. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Loads more content coming up today. We're going to have another video on the second channel, more LB. If you've not watched the player ratings from yesterday's game, make sure you go check that out. It's on more LB player ratings. I've got the watch-along coming up tonight. That'll be back on this channel. Leicester versus Spurs. Should be a good game. Open football match. Looking forward to that. And then Twitch returns again tonight. If you're not already done so, make sure you're following the Twitch down in the description. I'll be live tonight after the watch-along. But yeah, man. Peace out. Redirecting to Saeed. See you over there in a second.